allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much. At this time, Mr. Secretary, could you bless us with a roll call?
Thank you, Mr. President. Mayor Brandt. Here. President Paul.
Here.
Vice President McCleary.
Here.
Mrs. DiDomenico. Absent. Mrs. Haynes.
Here.
Mrs. Skrobak.
Here.
Mrs. Sweeney.
Here.
Mr. Sweigart.
Here.
Chief McKeown.
Here.
Mr. Wells.
Here.
Ms. Catania.
Here.
Mrs. DiLorenzo Rossi.
Here.
That is you. Ms. Hadi. Ms. Rivera.
Here.
Ms. Valente.
Here.
You can go.
Thank you, Mr. President. We will table last month's meeting minutes till next month. And at this time, do you have any correspondence?
I have one email that I received. The subject is Parkside Police, Parkside Park Company 45. Council President, council members, and of course Bob. I wanted to write to thank our police and fire department for another assist with my husband. Words cannot express how reassuring it is to know that when you are in an emergency at your most frightened, these forces in our community have your back. With Matt's condition, each twist and turn is scary and heart-wrenching. Our new normal has come complete with falls and seizures. And knowing that when we have to place that call to 911, faces and names and voices I recognize and trust are the first on the scene. Matt might not hear Chief Dave telling him that he has him and he won't let him fall, but I do. And my daughter does. Because when someone is having a medical emergency, everyone in the house is affected. Those calm reassurances land on all of us in the best way possible. Staying behind to make sure we are okay is going above and beyond and is so very appreciated. The hugs help too. Thank you so much, Judy Saunders. And that's all I have.
Thank you. No, that's all taken. I like Matt's guy. Let's see. At this time, we will have call to citizens for agenda-related items only. Nope. Hearing none, we will move on. President's report for this hot month will be somewhat amended. I want to thank the rec board for an outstanding job that they did for the 4th of July. It was wonderful having the flag raising. Ms. Dena, thank you for all your work with that. Mr. Vice President, thank you for getting the banners. Everybody did a really nice job. I think community came together well. Fire company, thank you. Police were here. Definitely thought it was a great idea to move it out back. If I ever have anything to kind of put in as far as input, having it over there and having the deluge gun over there will definitely bring people in. So thank you everyone for that. Chief, I want to thank you for working on, the ongoing repairs to the police station. You did say we would be back in by now.
We're working on it.
But it's in the meeting minutes, right? We'd be back in the police station by now?
You skipped over my report. It's my 7th item on my list that I want to state that.
I was
I remember
excited.
hearing
I apologize. No, I'm just joking. So, all right, my apologies. Thank you everyone for what you have done for the borough this month. Things are definitely moving in the right direction. We have some FOP negotiations coming up. We have some emergency management things that we're going to start to refine, get those a little bit more in place over the next month. But it is summertime. So my apologies, Mr. Secretary. Please, let's have. I told you it was hot out today, so I am a little cooked.
I'll read fast. For the month of June, $9,100 received in fees for permits, inspections, court costs. That does not include any tax dollars. Still need to make a plan to get to Sharon Bank for myself, Perry, and you to update the signers on the accounts, maybe one day next week. we can do that. We have an insurance adjuster coming on Friday to inspect the roof where we had the leak a few weeks ago to see whether we can get it covered or not. We had contractors here the other day to repair that. I have a question on the LED lights that were installed recently, like within the last year. Is there a warranty on those? And if so, what is it? Does anybody know?
It was supposed to be a significant warranty, but I don't know who's overseeing it. That might be something we have to look into.
Okay,
I tried to call him last month because there were some questions about some lights that weren't done.
okay.
And I didn't hear back from him. I needed to remember a little bit more. I'm going to tell you, Eddystone Borough, from what I can remember, and that was about 3 years ago, the warranty was only 1 year.
Okay, because Officer Young did a patrol of the borough one night, gave me a list of bulbs that were out. I sent it to Lanai Electric, and they wrote back and said, you guys had new lights installed. It's possible that they're covered by warranty, so I'm just trying to find out what that warranty
We'll
is.
see if I can't get a hold of him.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to be ready for sex.
There's a budget workshop on July the 29th at 7 p.m. 6 p.m. prior to that, there's going to be an emergency management meeting. Tomorrow, I'm closing the office at 11:30. I have a doctor's appointment in the afternoon. And again, I'm on space back. Much going. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. President. Appreciate it.
There you go, promoted.
I told you it was hot. Sorry, I apologize.
Get out of my seat.
Told everybody, dehydrated, 100 degrees today. I was out from 6 in the morning until 6 tonight. So, Mr. Secretary, thank you. Moving along to the finance report, Mr. Perry Sweigart.
Thank you, Mr. President. Treasurer's report, as of July 10th, 2026, all bank accounts are reconciled through June 30th, 2026. We are including the bank reconciliations and statements for all reconciled funds for council approval. We're also including in this report the monthly transaction report for the firehouse expenses. General fund for the month of June, $14,662.34 was deposited into TD Bank. Expenses of $85.66 were paid. During this time, $47,637.28 of deposits were received into the Sharon Bank General Fund account, and $159,627.34 of disbursements were made, including payroll and related expenses, in the amount of $59,274.04. Year-to-date interest income across all accounts totals $6,673.35. Account statements as of June 30th, general account TD Bank, $148,064.74. General account Sharon Bank, $1,011,784.34. General account Pliget, $305,213. Park account Pliget, $963.79. Police vest fund Pliget, $3,886.75. Liquid fuels Pliget, $3,843.16. Liquid fuels TD Bank, $58,024.85. I'd like to make a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
There's a motion on the table. Do I have a second for?
Second.
We have a second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
I'd also like to make a motion to pay the bills.
Do I have a second on the motion to pay the bills?
Second.
We have a second. Any questions on the bills? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Abstain.
Got some abstains. You want to do your abstentions
Mhm.
as far as that goes? I did have one reimbursement for some flags for $265, but they're here in the borough. And we just had the 250th anniversary. I don't think I have to abstain from that. I figured I would disclose it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Mr. Sweigart. Anything else for us?
Just a reminder, as Mr. Platt said, there will be a budget workshop Wednesday, July 29th, 7 o'clock here at the council chambers. Again, this is just a workshop.
Thank you, sir. Would you like to move along to the junior council report?
Yes, we do have junior council here tonight, but I'm just going to report general progress at this point.
Thank you so much, and thank you for coming tonight. It's toasty. I guess there's better things you could do, but this is a good place to be. So at this time, we'll move along to the mayor's report. Mayor Nadine Brandt.
Hello. I wanted to echo what our president said about thanking the Recreation Committee for the Independence Day celebration. That was the first one I attended, and that was really nice. And you could see all the hard work everybody did to put everything together there. I wish it wasn't 1,000 degrees.
Yeah, right.
It was really nice. I am still working closely with our police chief on different items, and I am trying to set up with the Red Cross a blood donation date. They gave me a list of requirements for a location, so I have to go through their requirements, and then if everything works, it would be November or December, because they're out in 120 days. But I thought that would be nice to bring to the borough.
Absolutely.
And that's it.
Thank you so much. Moving along to the crime report, Chief McKeown.
Crime report for the month of June 2026. Crimes reported were 11. We had 1 theft, 4 domestics, 1 call for fighting, 2 noise complaints, call for disorderly conduct, 1 threats, and 1 trespassing. Most prevalent, we had 77 building checks, 13 medicals, 5 animal complaints, 9 suspicious conditions, 6 criminal investigations, and 41 assist other police departments and fire department. Traffic, we have 4 accidents. We had 34 traffic details, 61 motor vehicle stops, 34 citations, and 24 warnings. Just a couple things. I want to thank the Civil Service Committee for their time and attention as we went through the civil service hiring process. It's completely volunteer, so they're not paid to do what they did. So just want to thank you guys for all that you did to get us to where we are today. We have National Night Out that's coming up August 4th from 6 to 8. It's at the Brookhaven Borough Hall in the rear. It is a free event. It's a fun event, so come out, get some food, some swag. We'll be there. Want to let the council know I won't be here next month's meeting. I'll be out on paternity leave, but I will prepare a report for Mayor Brandt. So just a couple other things. Just one other. We're going to host a webinar that's being put on by the Pennsylvania Office of Homeland Security in partnership with the PA Attorney General's Office. It's for protecting seniors online. I think before you click is the name of the seminar. It's Wednesday, September 9th at 1 p.m. We're going to host it here at Borough Hall. We'll set up a screen, set up some chairs for residents to come in who can't necessarily access it from home. They may not be able to get to the website or use a computer, but I think it'd be really valuable for our residents to have that. So again, that'll be September 9th at 1 p.m. here at Borough Hall. It's free for anyone, and we'll have some light refreshments. So that's all I got for you.
Chief, that is a great program.
Yep.
There are more scams out there
Yes.
focused on our senior citizen population that you can shake a stick at.
Yep.
I see this in my private practice where I have seniors come in, and we are trying to work with the district attorney's office and the PA attorney general's office in an attempt to recoup the monies that unfortunately these seniors have lost as a result of these scam artists. And they are artists, and they are very talented. And that webinar that the borough is hosting, I would highly encourage all our seniors to attend if at all possible.
Residents in general, not just seniors.
Yeah,
It's some valuable information to know
Right.
because these schemes and scams are very sophisticated. You can fall victim before you even know it.
and as you see, AI, these scams are AI generated, many of them, and again, even the most sophisticated people who may be technologically savvy can still fall prey to these scams out there. So just a word to the wise.
Thank you, Chief. And if if there's ever a commercial for it or they reach out to you, you don't need it. So, Mr. Vice President, is that something we can get on the website for, did they send out like a, I don't know.
They did.
a little-
So they have their flyer, which I was going to give to council and to Theo. I created one for us that has a little more information for what we're doing here. So we're going to do both.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Moving along, Police Public Safety Report, Vice President Theo McCleary.
Good evening. Police chief conducted some interviews of officers for the open position and this past month. And to echo what Chief said, I want to thank the Civil Service Commission for their role in it. And with that said, I have a motion to approve the hiring of part-time police officer Alexis Nagel to full-time police officer in Parkside Borough.
We have a motion on the table. Do we have a second?
Second.
Perfect. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Nope. Motion carries. That's
Congratulations.
fantastic ad.
Yeah.
Fantastic ad to our
Yes.
force.
Congratulations. And for the rest, just general progress. So, move on to Public Works. Construction is ongoing for the police hall. So hopefully we can get that wrapped up this month. We had a water leak right above you. Bob mentioned that insurance guys coming out on Friday, but we had the repairs done. So I guess we'll show them the pictures and I'll try to get the invoice before Friday so we can show them what we Okay, I'll reach out to the contractor and see if they can get this invoice tomorrow so we can show them that we did something. Other than that, yeah, me and Lisa's working on the street signs for Parkside. We got some missing signs we want to put up. And we also got pending work scheduled to get the street lights painted. So that should happen, I guess, soon. But other than that, just more progress.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. At this time, we'll move on to ordinances, resolutions, grant reports. Councilwoman Michelle Skrobak.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ordinance number 588, section 176-20 of the General Code of the Borough of Parkside entitled Stop Intersections Enumerated is hereby amended and supplemented to include the following street direction and location. Stop sign on Parkside Terrace. Direction to travel south at intersection of West Gray Street. Section 2, all other sections and subsections of Chapter 176 of the General Code of the Borough of Parkside shall remain in full force and effect. All ordinances or parts of ordinances inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed to the extent of any inconsistency. This was enacted and ordained this 19th day of August 26th. So I would like to make a motion to advertise this ordinance.
We have a motion on the table. We're looking for a second.
Second.
All right, motion on the table is to advertise this amended ordinance 588. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Thank you.
I do have a question for under grants to see how everything is going for the LSA grant for the ambulance. I don't want to miss any expiration dates on that. So I was wondering if anything was heard about that and where it is at this time.
I haven't heard anything specific other than that was.
The thing that I
There wasn't
know,
an approval.
the contract was signed.
Okay,
That I do know.
okay,
I believe that there are issues that were discussed at the last executive session that need to be resolved so you can move forward. You have 3 years. It's a 3-year
yeah,
grant.
I'd rather not wait 3 years if we
I
can.
have nothing to do with this
Yeah.
scheduling.
Okay,
But I do believe that, because I was part of that
Right.
executive session, as was Mr. Wills,
did you remember?
that there needs to be some closure for that, and then you can move forward with getting proposals. They'll have to be publicly bid, and there's, depending on what the outcome of the discussion, of the decision is for the ownership and maintenance and all of that,
Okay,
then you'll have to, we'll have to go back to DCD if there's a sub-recipient, like we would do for any community development block grant project. The county has the money, but we're the sub-recipient, so there's an agreement that's signed that says follow those regulations. But I at this point, I don't know whether council's had any further discussion on that or not.
oh, okay,
Let's table it for tonight. Let's put it on for part of that emergency management meeting on the
Oh.
29th,
okay,
and at least have a 15 or 20-minute discussion. I saw that it was approved and then didn't see anywhere else where it.
so, the chief actually, did some research and has been in contact with, Carol Kazim's office, and, wanted to know if they heard anything, because we felt like it was at a standstill. So he'll talk about it during his report,
Yeah, perfect. And then whatever we can do.
then we can work on it during that time.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, sounds good. So chief, during your report, if you can let the council know what you found out.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Okay, may I move on to code enforcement?
Please.
Okay, so, red toll registrations and inspections were conducted on June 20th, June 27th, July 11th, and July 12th. A total of 6 inspections were completed and 6 properties passed. 5 violations were observed during patrols for a total of 43 violations and 38 violations for 1 property. And then that was in parentheses, 5 violations were observed during patrols for a total of 43 violations. And then there were 4 violations abated. 0 follow-up inspections were conducted. There is 1 ongoing investigation and 1 unresolved issue. And I could add that Mr. Bender has been thorough with following through with inspections and has been, following up with myself and sending emails if needed, if he has any questions. So the properties are being worked on for that. Moving on, if I may, to licenses and inspections.
Real quick first.
Yes.
I would like to thank your team for getting after some of this stuff. It's not to push, it's not to lean on
Yeah.
anybody, anything like that,
Mhm.
but we really want Parkside to be a place where people want to come to. So
Mhm.
I want to thank your team for that, Dave, and Rich and all that. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, at this point, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they've been, as people have probably noticed too, just to add to that, which I will add to that, there have been multiple dumpsters at the car wash, the old car wash, and it is being worked on. And I did speak to Mr. Bender yesterday as well, and he informed me they are staying on top of it, him and Chief Lamy, as well as our fire marshal, I know has some involvement with that. So yes,
Thank you.
they've been doing a great job with that. Next up, licenses and inspections. 6 building permits, 2 plumbing, and 1 mechanical. Moving on, may I, to recycling. So for trash for the month of June, the total weight was 110.36. For recycling for the month of June, total weight was 19.42. And that is all I have.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Moving along to the open space report, Ms. Dena Sweeney.
Thank you, President Bull. I tried to get 5 quotes to get the exercise areas in the woodlot filled with mulch. Only one person got back to me, but I did get 2 quotes from tree guys too, so I kind of compared what I have here to that. What they're gonna do is they're gonna remove all the weeds, put in about 3 inches of mulch, and their fee is $1,792.07. The 2 tree guys were gonna, and they're gonna use playground certified mulch. The 2 tree guys were just gonna use the free wood chippings, which we didn't wanna go with. And even their bids were at $1,500, both of them. So I thought for $200 more, that's pretty good for using the right kind of mulch. So I would like to make a motion to accept the quote from E&J Landscaping to mulch the exercise stations in the woodlot.
Do we have a motion on the table? Do we have a second for mulching in the, I
I'll
believe there's
second.
10 activity stations, right? If I'm not mistaken.
13?
13, huh? All right. Do we have a motion on the table? We
I'll
have a second. Thank you. All in favor? Any opposed? The only question that I would have is if we could make sure we have a certification of that. So like there's a certificate of analysis, something like that we just keep on record. If they buy it from their supplier, it should have, that it was certified, whatever the particulates are. We'll keep that on record, just in case there's ever an injury or something like that, to where they want to know if it meets the standard.
Okay, and I will get that when I make the approval with them.
And get some pictures, because it'll look cool.
I will. A man move on to Hometown Heroes.
Please.
So I want to thank first, I want to thank Chief Laney for offering and being willing to help me get those banners down. It just didn't work out with all the logistics that were going on in the heat and everything. But President Bull pulled through, and I want to thank him for getting them taken down at the last minute, because my goal was July 4th. And that happened. So I am grateful, thank you. I did receive the banners back. I have them in the back room. I did put out notice to people who purchased them who might want to come and get it. I mean, they're not legible at all. I don't know how they're going to figure it out, because I sure can't. But some people do want to come and look and see if they can retrieve them. So I'm going to offer them that. And that's it. But we'll hold them for 3 months. And my flyers have my email address. They can email me and make an appointment, and I'll meet them here, and we'll do what we can. But that's it.
Do you think we'll do another round of them at some point?
I'm shooting for January to have them for next Memorial Day. The reason why is because I want to look at other companies, and I want to look at quality versus price and see if we can get, maybe better quality at a better price. See what's out there.
And maybe not as much on the avenue.
I don't want to do any on the avenue anymore, because it's such a congested area for us that all of the cars going past and the pollution just tears them apart. So,
Thank you so much for all that.
Sure.
4th of July, everything looked real nice. Thank you.
thank you.
Moving on to the recreation report. Can you do that for me?
Oh, Minnie's not here, so yeah. So we had our 4th of July event. It was very hot, and thank you again, Chief Laney, for shortening the route, making sure the kids were in the shade and everybody was safe, for bringing your fire company out to spray the kids. Thank you, Michelle, you were out. All your members were out, and everybody was very eager to help out, and I really appreciate that. And all of our volunteers who helped the night before, the day of, in that heat. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Kathy. And Jude and Matt were here. So thank you, everyone. It was a great event. And our next event is Community Day, so we're working really hard on getting vendors, and if anybody knows anyone who wants to be a vendor at the event, they can email me. And I'm also going to be putting out something to get like a lot of raffle items. It's going to be free raffles, but I'm hoping to have all day, just be calling raffles left and right. So I'm taking donations, and I'm really working hard to get those donations in. And that's it.
We're good for a couple of honey baskets, so do that.
Maybe.
No, we'll make sure you get some. Thank you, Councilwoman Sweeney, for both of those reports. Moving along to the communications report, Councilwoman Sarah Haynes.
Thank you, Mr. President. I went out to Community Day. It was awesome. You guys did a great job. Yeah, sorry, 4th of July and the 250th anniversary. It has also been a long day for me also. In
It's
Theo continues to manage the borough's video editing, live streaming, website, and Instagram updates. Riley's behind the camera to assist Theo with video production. Theo did pay Riley, which she's very happy about. Please submit any photos from the borough events to Theo so that can be added to the borough website photo gallery. So this 4th of July event, movie night, community day, anything that you have, we have a gallery on the website that they can be on. The newsletter is ready for final review. I'm getting back into it now. Before being submitted to print, there's currently an open space on page 3 that can be used for additional borough information or announcements. So if you could please review the newsletter. Shout out to Howard Pritchard. He went to do the Transplant Games of America and won 5 medals, 4 gold and 1 silver. The Transplant Games of America is, he gave a kidney to his brother to help him give more years to his life. And after his brother passed, at the age of 42, Howard had continued to compete in transplant games in his memory, honoring both his brother's life and the lasting impact of organ donation. So each year he participates in them. Keep an eye out for the newsletter. We'll have it printed and delivered. And that's all I have.
Howard in the newsletter?
Yes.
That's cool. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Moving along to the tax collector's report. Anthony Fritze.
Good evening. Thank you, Mr. President. The tax collector's report is as follows. Treasurer has received a total of $1,471,120.54 to date. There was a total of $8,519.21 in revenue deposits from June 12th, 2026 to July 2nd, 2026. And that concludes my report.
Thank you so much. All right, moving along to the fire marshal's report. Mr. Mike Daly.
I don't have anything. I'm going to provide my time to the deputy and the fire chief because he's been more active in some of the things. I just want to say everybody behaved and burn nothing down over the past month. It was cool, so go ahead.
Moving along to the fire department report, Chief Minnie.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Fire Company Chief's report. We have 43 calls for the month. We had 9 building fires, 3 accidents, 4 automatic fire alarms, 3 carbon monoxide calls, 4 wires calls, 1 brush fire, 1 hazmat. We had 15 medical calls. We had 2 service calls. The fire company has been out on the really hot days, as you've noticed, going down Edgemont Avenue to help squirt down the kids, keep them cool. We use that as a drill time for the company and also to provide some relief to the residents and their children. And we had nothing but positive feedback from every one of them. The past weekend, we had our summer splash event. It was a great success. Lots of families came out. I want to thank everybody who came out, the council members who were there and helped out. Dena came out and helped out. It was a great day. We're still taking donations for our food pantry. So if you can help out, please help out. So I have been in contact with the state rep. He has called me a couple times. Will Jones, he sent me information about the grant for the ambulance and how to move forward. I need a copy of the borough's bidding and procurement guidelines or resolution, how it be. They explained to me how I can go through the CoStar program. If I use the CoStar program, we only need one bid, just strictly from them. It has to go through the borough. I will, whoever at the borough that I have to talk to about any of this, Mr. Wills, I guess, that would be you, on some of the procedures.
Or Mr. Tang, yes.
Okay, either, I don't know. They said it, they told me that the office that I had to go through you, I don't know. But if it has to, I'll tell Lisa, I'll show her the forms that they sent me. They emailed me a whole packet of forms.
That was with the contract.
So, he told me, he said he doesn't understand why we're not moving forward. So he said there's nothing to do but get the borough's guidelines on how you do the bidding and procurement of the ambulance here. And for any LSA grant. That's what he told me. His offices are, Carol Kazim's office will be into Parkside Firehouse every second Tuesday of the month at 1 o'clock in the afternoon for anybody who wants to come and needs help with anything, birth certificates, information. They asked us to set up a office for them just in our hall. It's just so people can come in and get information and help out. So if anybody needs anything from the state representative, they'll be at the firehouse every second Tuesday. They were there today. She had no one come in, so they left early. They had an emergency yesterday. They couldn't make it. We will be posting it on our website. Make sure that Theo gets it for anything that he needs to put out, and we'll move forward with that. Other than that, I've been working with Mr. Bender to get the properties cleaned up that we asked about. The 2800 block of Edgemont Avenue, he has about 38 violations. It is a fire trap down there. The basement is absolutely horrendous. There's people been living down there and in the back of the building. We were trying to get them to secure it, put in lighting. There's no emergency lighting there. There's no fire alarms in there. We're working with all the residents to make sure they all have up-to-date smoke detectors and CO detectors. We've asked the car wash just to clean up the property. I can't do anything other than ask them to clean the property up. That's what I was asked to do with Mr. Bender. On their second dumpster, they took all the trash, the weeds, so it's not a complete eyesore driving into Parkside. And 59 Shelton, we stopped there and we spoke to him. We had him bring a dumpster in and clean up all the trash that was in the back, because I told him that was a fire hazard there too. And he has since done that. And we continue to monitor all three of these properties weekly, sometimes twice a week. Make sure that they're keeping up what they said they were going to do. Other than that, that's my report.
Thank you, sir. Moving along to the engineer's report. Haynes.
So, couple things. Ms. Haynes, if possible, I could use that space for the newsletter. We're required under the MS4 program. We just had an inspection, 3 weeks ago, with DEP. Everything was fine, but there are certain parameters that we have to do. One of them is public education. So if we can put something in the newsletter, I'll get Kristen to send something over to you. You can kind of give me an idea of space. I have cartoons that could just be put in, or there's actual language. And she actually came to the meeting with DEP. So that will clear up that we've been doing public education. And just for everybody that's here, since we do have meeting minutes, if you are cutting your grass, you cannot, by law under the MS4 Act, put grass cuttings into the street and then down. They end up down in the storm sewers and then into the creek, and that changes water quality. So be aware that that's something that should not be done. I have somebody's attention and it's online, so I'd like to at least get that out to the general public. Wanted to mention that there is a zoning hearing on August the 4th, and that's for the property, the old antique store that wants to put our apartments in that particular building. So they had to go to the zoning hearing board for that. That's at 7 p.m. here, just in case anyone's interested. And as I noted last month, I put together a request for proposals because this would be a professional contract for the Greenways Trails Recreation Program grant. We received $34,000 in grant, and we were required, and I believe there was $6,000 match budgeted this year for that particular grant. We received the grant. I put it out, advertised in the Daily Times, as well as putting it on the Pennsylvania Planners Association website. They have an RFP proposal portal, and it's been up there. I received 9 inquiries and sent out 9 proposal requests to those 9 people. The deadline was yesterday at 4 p.m. We only received 1 proposal, and actually it's a very good one. JMT is a engineering and planning company, but they've partnered with the Natural Lands Trust. Their proposal was in the amount of $39,100, which is within the grant funding that we have. Natural Lands Trust is a conservancy. As everybody's aware, Woodlot is a conservancy property. It's deed restricted to anything other than passive recreation. So there can't be any structures. We've gone through that. It's actually deed restricted. But Natural Lands Trust also handles Pico Green Region, and they have other sources of funding that I think it would probably benefit us to have them come in and do the study for us for the woodlot. Remember, this is an evaluation of all of the vegetation, long-term goals, short-term goals, priorities, and just analysis of the projects with just cost estimates of work. So it'll be very helpful to help us grow woodlot so that it's sustainable, and as well provide passive recreation for the residents. So I'm going to suggest we can do it. We would have to do it as a motion, or we can do that next month.
Can we do it in August?
We can do it in August. That's fine.
So is it 39,000 for the assessment?
Their cost is $39,100. Yeah. So we have 34 in the grant and then $6,000. So we have the money to cover it. Okay. And I believe, I think at the last meeting I noted we had a sinkhole at Tom Sweeney and at Tom Sweeney and Upland Road, excuse me, wrong town, Upland Road, and that ended up being a Delcora main. So that's been fixed. I don't know if council wants me to have General Sewer or one of the other companies come in and clean out the inlet that's on Avon.
I think somebody,
They did it
I
already?
checked the last storm and it was low. So maybe Chester cleaned it down the road.
Maybe.
Hopefully,
Yeah. We'll just have to monitor it, that's all.
I will.
That's all I have unless anyone has any questions.
Thank you so much, Ms. Catania. Moving along to the solicitor's report, John Wills.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The July 15th, 2026 Solicitor's Report is as follows. Number 1, 20 West Roland Road. Again, the borough has received notice that this property will be subject to a sheriff's sale this Friday, July 17th, as a result of a mortgage foreclosure. My office has been in contact with the sheriff's office to ensure that all outstanding trash fee liens that have been registered against this property are recovered at the time of the sheriff's sale. Number two, the zoning hearing board application for 2601 Edgemont Avenue. As the engineer alluded to, the property owner has filed a zoning hearing board application to utilize the first floor of a commercial storefront in the borough's commercial business district for 3 separate residential apartment units. Again, the proposed multi-residential use and conversion is of course contrary to the borough zoning code and the comprehensive master plan, which provide for commercial uses, again, that serve the everyday needs of the community to operate along the Edgemont Avenue business corridor. In addition, there is insufficient off-street parking to accommodate 3 dwelling units, which would require 6 additional motor vehicles. Again, I've appeared at the zoning hearing board meeting on May the 6th and June 16th to oppose the application. As the borough engineer has indicated, the hearing was continued once again to elicit further testimony and evidence from the parties on August the 4th. Again, that's at 7:00 p.m. and the public is invited to attend. Number 3. Collective bargaining agreement with the Fraternal Order of Police. Again, the borough CBA with Fraternal Order of Police is scheduled to expire on December 31st of 2026. I have had several preliminary discussions with the attorney for the Fraternal Order of Police regarding proposals or changes to the existing labor agreement. I remain cautiously optimistic that negotiations will proceed in a productive manner and that the parties will reach an amicable agreement that is fair to the taxpayers of the borough as well as to our police officers. Number 4, traffic control ordinance authorizing a stop sign at Parkside Terrace. Again, earlier this month, Councilman Theo McCleary had contacted my office, requested that I draft an ordinance authorizing and approving erection of a stop sign at the intersection of Parkside Terrace and West Gray Street. Again, earlier this evening, Borough Council voted in the affirmative to authorize the advertisement of said ordinance. I fully expect council will likewise vote to approve the ordinance at its upcoming meeting on August the 19th. 5, public reading of the Declaration of Independence. The Delaware County Bar Association, where I am an active member, initiated a program to have the Declaration of Independence formally proclaimed and publicly read in each of Delaware County's 49 municipalities in honor of our country's 250th Independence Day celebrations. My office coordinated with Council President Bull to have the Declaration of Independence read here in Parkside Borough. The event was videotaped and will be uploaded to the borough's website for public viewing in the near future. 6, Civil Service Commission alternative members. Again, the Borough Civil Service Commission presently consists of 3 members. Again, pursuant to the Pennsylvania Borough Code and the Borough Civil Service Commission rules and regulations, all 3 members of the commission must be present at an advertised public meeting to constitute quorum. The Borough Civil Service Commission rules and regs further provide that Borough Council may vote to appoint up to 3 registered voters of the borough to serve as alternate members of the commission in the event one member is absent for a meeting. Accordingly, I have recommended that Borough Council consider appointing 3 alternate members to the commission. The term of office of an alternate member is 6 years. Again, an alternate member may not hold any other office in the borough. 7, Pennsylvania Supreme Court rules on skill games. Last month on June the 15th, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruled that so-called skill games are in fact slot machines and are subject to the state's Gaming Act and the Pennsylvania Crimes Code, and that the games are unlawful under current law. The court emphasized that any changes to the legal status of skill games must come from the General Assembly and not the courts. Now, the court ruling allowed for a legislative response to minimize disruption for any small businesses that may have those skill games in their premises. So the court has stayed its ruling for basically 120 days or 4 months, during which law enforcement agencies such as the Parkside Borough Police Department are prohibited from taking any action against owners or operators of skill game devices based on this decision. Now, I can tell you the Pennsylvania State Association of Boroughs Government Affairs Department has been advocating for some local regulation and local share of revenue for local governments from these skill games. So we are waiting to hear from the Pennsylvania General Assembly. And with that, Mr. President, I can report general progress.
Thank you, Mr. Wills. Fantastic report. I would like to open this up to a call to citizens for non-agenda related items.
Yeah, first I want to thank you for putting in the,
Speed bump?
yeah, on the Golden Road.
My man right there.
Yeah, I forgot to
You
mention
gotta hook it up. I was gonna bring it up in new business. I'm sorry.
The flags and telephone poles is nice.
Thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
I
Rolling
didn't put
Road,
them up, but I just.
Rolling Road and Edgemont Avenue, we can put any traffic cameras on that? I think they'll pay for themselves. There's a lot of stuff that goes in there.
It's something we're looking into. I don't know that it's appropriate for that intersection, but we're looking into it.
Still looking into it?
Yep.
And one more thing, man, the kids on the motorbikes. Is there anything you do about that? Because last year, a little girl died falling off the scooter in Aston, 12-year-old girl.
Yeah, that is present,
Somebody
yes.
fall off the scooter.
Yeah, there is current legislation before the Pennsylvania General Assembly, and we are waiting with bated breath to see precisely what the General Assembly is going to do. Unfortunately, they have basically going on break, summer break now, vacation. They passed the budget, but we're probably going to have to wait now till after Labor Day to see precisely what type of legislation comes out of the General Assembly to curtail accidents among especially young children.
You can't do nothing on the borough level, like register the bikes to the parents and fine them if something happens?
That's going to have to, that'll have to come from the Pennsylvania General Assembly, sir.
Because if one of these little kids fall down, I would say an 11-year-old kid on a 20-mile-an-hour bike, the parents should be charging child endangerment.
It's an issue, sir.
All right, that's all for me.
All right. I'm back again. Thank you for the speed bump. Never had one. This is unreal, I can't believe it. Now every single man stops at my house.
I knew this would be worth it.
Many years. But today, tonight, when I came with him, every guy stopped out front. So look, I pick the right one, I'll settle in. Number 20 West Rowan, I ride around the borough all the time. That was a massive fire. And she lost practically everything. I thought she was redoing it. And now she's losing it. I see it in the Spirit newspaper. I wanted to be aware that it was a bad fire. I mean, they look like they lost everything.
Yeah, I knew there was, what happened, if anything, with the fire insurance proceeds. If there were fire insurance proceeds, that we don't know, but unfortunately, even a fire does not excuse somebody from paying their mortgage. The mortgage documents don't say that. If there's a, yeah. Every mortgage document I've read doesn't give an excuse. If there's a fire, you don't have to pay your mortgage. You still got to pay.
And I like the red and white and blue. I don't know who did that or who I should thank.
Mr. President.
They really, really look nice. I mean, did you do that by yourself?
Oh, the telephone poles?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
we
look
did.
nice.
Yeah, thank you.
We've never had anything
That
like
probably
that
didn't cost too much.
ever in the borough.
Really
That's
sweat.
everything that I can think of.
You're extremely complimentary this evening.
Got a speed bump.
He's checking the box.
Yeah, I think you have to have fire insurance policy when you have a mortgage. I think he's right.
That falls outside of
Yeah.
this discussion.
And are we doing any other speed bumps like,
Yeah.
East Shelton had one before?
We installed one on Forest View as well. So there was two that was put
Yeah,
down.
slows it down.
Yeah.
It's strange that he put it up the day before this meeting. Very
Wait,
strange.
no.
I don't say anything, so I just watched him do it.
Thank you so much for coming up. We'll bring you up in August if you need a ride, let me know. Sue?
2900 at Glen Avenue, apartment C. And I was just wondering, how many speed bumps have we put up on the east and the west side?
There's two. One on Roland and one on Forest View.
And I'm just wondering, the one day I was out there spraying for weeds. I'm just wondering with these bikes and the scooters, I was out there and one day I had 5 of them come up from behind me. You can't hear them. Is there a possibility that they can require a horn or a bell so that they got to warn people when their back is to these people coming? That's just a suggestion. Because the one guy, the 5th person that came up to me actually had to go between the tree and me and ended up in the road. And I'm on Edgemont Avenue, and I'm just worried that somebody's going to get hit at one point by a car. That's all.
I'm hoping, Sue, we're gonna get it fixed this fall from the Pennsylvania General Assembly, but I concur with your concerns. It is a serious issue, public safety issue.
Thank you for coming up. Yeah, I don't even know what they're called, electronic scooters, bikes, things like that.
They have boards, but you gotta use them. So,
They are dangerously fast, and I can
They have
understand why
rattle
the
boards. I have a
appeal
couple
is
of
for
those bikes.
kids, so. All right, any other call to citizens for non-agenda related?
I'll tell you, Mr. Bender goes up every Saturday morning, he's scrolling, every Saturday, he never has failed. I look for him.
Perfect. Thank you so much. At this time, does anyone have any old business to discuss? Hearing none, the new business would be, the chair will entertain a motion to appoint 3 alternate members to the Civil Service Commission. If you have any interest as far as joining the Civil Service as a member, please send your information to Mr. Secretary Platt, and we will. I don't know, did we interview him? Did I just?
can conduct an interview if council sees fit, or based simply on the resume and letter of interest. We can make a decision, but the sooner the better. If we don't have anybody this month to appoint, I would suggest we seriously consider deferring this to the August meeting, but on August 19th, we should be prepared to have some alternative members to the Civil Service Commission, because I believe we're going to continue to perhaps look at doing some additional hiring in the police department. So I think that's something we want to look at.
We do have candidates though, right, Chief? All right. So I think we rounded home on that, so we're looking pretty good.
I mean, what's up? You got candidates for civil service or?
Oh, no.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, that's cool. I'll create a post.
Civil Service Commission candidates, but not members of the commission.
Yeah, I canvass for the job,
Yeah,
not
that's
for
what I was.
not for the committee.
All right, it's 8:01. At this time, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion carried. Now, all in favor?